got dirt and
No!
worm.
Ow!
Dirt and worm.
Oh, perfect! Right as she shoved the worm into her face.
I wish you would have waited for her to stop with all the white on her lip.
Nom nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom nom.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons, a tabletop campaign made up entirely by me. I didn't check audio, but we look like we're okay. A tabletop campaign made up entirely by me, where the players do dumb things and I try to make sense of them.
Agreed.
So, do want to address one quick elephant in the room regarding the OGL and kind of how we're standing on it, just to get it out of the way and be done with it. We do not approve of the original attempt that Wizards of the Coast supposedly had as a draft. As kind of our own response, myself and a few others have canceled our subscriptions from D&D Beyond just to kind of put our foot down. This new OGL that has come out is very promising. I don't feel personally that it's quite where it should be. There's a whole lot of politics and legality that goes on with it that we're not going to get into. But just kind of wanted to let you know that even if something does happen, we will not stop playing. We will find a new system. We will bullshit our way through it. We will continue to bring the stories to you however we can. Since this is a hobby for us, thankfully we're not as impacted by it. We're not making a living off of it. It's just for fun. But we will not be signing any sort of agreement. At least I will not be. Whatever may arise. Unless it is 100% clear that it's not going to harm us in any way, shape, or form. But with all that nastiness being said, things are looking to be going up in that particular venue. So, this campaign is streamed live in front of a live kitty audience every other Friday on Twitch, if you are listening to this in podcast form. It comes out in VOD form and podcast form the week after we stream it live. So if you want to catch it in the moment, every other Friday, 7 p.m. Central is when we stream it. We're on most major podcasting platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Samsung Radio, and so many more. I can't even name them all. I'll be here half the night doing it. The VODs are up on our YouTube channel. We also have Pez Plays every week. I think we swapped it mostly to Tuesdays at this point, just so that we can have more people playing. And if you're interested in joining in and playing some of those games, join the Discord. The links are fucking everywhere. They're down below in the description. There's clickable things on Twitch. There's Zeke's thumbnail image right there.
You're not trying.
We have Whiskey Wednesdays and alternating Wednesdays. That I also kind of wanted to touch on because of all this debacle with D&D. I'm not 100% sure how I want to proceed with that. Whiskey Wednesdays may become more of a hangout and chat kind of stream. I don't know yet. That's really kind of going to depend on what happens with the OGL. So if you're part of the Discord, I'll make announcements with that once I figure out what's going to be happening with it, because generally we were reviewing D&D related topics, but I don't know how that's going to go with as things are happening at this point. But
I have a few suggestions, but we can talk about it after stream.
We'll fucking figure something out. I will be drinking my whiskey, damn it. So if you do like what we do and you would like to support us, please consider donating to our Ko-fi page. We have subscriptions. You can do little one-offs. All proceeds go to making Fools and Flagons a better experience. It helps us to keep the podcast up and running. It helps us get new modules and cool stuff that we can actually play with. And we would also like to thank you for the subscriptions and the bits and whatever you may give us here on Twitch. Unfortunately, we cannot reply to those verbally as we would like to, so that we don't interrupt the flow of the game. But most of these yahoos, if I'm not doing something with them, they're on their phones, they're watching chat. So if you have anything you want to say, message them and they'll take care of you. But your support of us is always greatly appreciated, even if all you're doing is watching and enjoying what we do.
Or listening.
Or listening. I mean, you can listen and watch very closely to the anyone else have anything that they want to bring up, talk about before we get started?
Oh, I just wanted to show off one of my Christmas presents that I got. A very lovely shirt. I meant to wear this last time, but I forgot. But yeah, Becca got this made for Christmas. It's a very nice shirt with the Fools and Flagons logo on it.
I was wondering why you were asking for the logo.
Gotta represent!
Why aren't you mods? Well, I'll fix that later. All right. So, if there's nothing else, grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
There's nothing in it. That doesn't count.
Yeah, no, I can't use that one anymore because somebody, Becca, used it as a pencil shaving cup.
There's soap and water for that.
I'm too lazy.
That's gross. I don't know. I'm sorry, you were really quiet. I couldn't hear you.
I said then don't fucking bitch.
Yeah.
It's my favorite pastime.
Yeah, we know.
Obviously. You're good at it.
Thanks.
So, the recap to get you all caught up on what's been happening. The Tempests have finally reached the naval kingdom of Harpermere, where they hope to hire a ship to take them to High Tide, the pirate stronghold where a woman named Shirahama was last seen, a person of great interest to a few of the party members. The journey has been long, dangerous, and took longer than they may have originally estimated. But their first stop was to meet Fern in person for the first time and get the lay of the land. He informed them that there was a high chance they'd be invited to a dinner at the castle to meet with the royal family, so they'd do well to be prepared. After that, and a few questions thrown his way, he told them of a fair few places where they could spend their hard-earned gold around the city. We rejoined the Tempests once more as the morning sun rises. All of them were able to have a full night's sleep, as Brick had sent Mortar up into the tower to keep watch and realized that up in the, oh god, I can't even remember. I don't have the map pulled up. I'm panicking!
Royal District?
The Royal District. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to make myself a liar.
I have the map pulled up because I'm prepared.
Oh, bite me, doughboy.
If you're made of dough.
Uh-oh.
Do I need to send it to you?
Yeah, I had some issues with my work machine being updated. My Creative Cloud files got messed up, and that's kind of getting me worried because that map's not there, and I wonder what else has been deleted.
It's too big. I can't send it to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I have other ways of pulling it up, but still. Because of being in the Royal District, there's quite a few guards that patrol around the upper echelon areas of Harpermere. So, the sun rises, starts to stream in through the windows. Zahn, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
+3, it would be a 16.
16. Your night was restless and filled with disturbing dreams. You wake up tired, but feel like you'll be okay. You had flashbacks of the plane of existence that you banished yourself to, and they were not nice dreams. But you avoided taking a point of exhaustion, so
Thank God.
you all awaken, ready to take on the day, maybe spend some money. What would you all like to do? Don't everybody speak up at once.
There's my... Do I have a reply
Do you have a
for
reply?
my letter I sent?
Oh! Yes.
Oh.
I am so glad that I wrote you a reply the night you asked me because I fucking forgot.
I sure as fuck forgot.
You damn Skippy. Excuse me while I flip through my lovely Christmas present from a certain Venera so many years ago.
It was last year.
So many years ago!
Many
moons.
years ago.
Many moons ago.
So, Venera, you awaken, give a big ol' stretch, and then you realize, oh, the book. And you look, and the painted dragon has returned. And there is a page been delivered.
I will say, before we do this, because I just opened my thing so I could take notes. Smedley is the name of the carpenter, but I definitely read that as Smelly is a carpenter. he is a furbold.
Smedley will remember this.
Smedley doesn't know.
Smedley doesn't know.
Yeah.
How do you know that Smedley doesn't know everything? He could be Santa. Anyway, so the reply has been sent. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. In very, very beautiful calligraphic handwriting, the response is as thus. Dear Vanera, what you say intrigues me. I am currently deep in research, but let us speak more upon your arrival. I am sure our paths will cross when the king throws a banquet for you. Until then, I remain curious. Signed, Otis.
Ah, yes. I have a date.
Wait, Otis is the owl dude.
You don't know this.
Okay.
Wait,
Yes,
did
I
you
do.
tell us what you sent to him, or was that in
No,
secret?
I didn't.
That's why I'm saying you don't know that this is
You don't.
happening. You know who Otis is, but
No.
You know,
you didn't see.
yeah, I know that. I just didn't. I couldn't remember if Otis was the owl person. Or
He
not.
is the owl person, yes.
That, I'm
A
going
date.
to get to breakfast.
Yeah, but good date.
Yep, I will be stretching and walking down the stairs and going to get some tea.
What time does the Royal Bean open? Is it open for breakfast?
The what?
It's not the Royal Bean. Sorry. The Magic Bean. My bad. The Magic Bean.
The Royal Bean.
I had Royal City and Magic Bean, and I just combined two different terms because I'm super intelligent like that.
Royal Bean.
The Royal Bean.
Rick is. Oh, sorry, you had more.
No, I'm going to walk out to the bean and go grab breakfast.
Okay. Rick is at the table in the main downstairs area, just reading a book, trying to research magic to shield his mind.
Okay. So, Zahn, you go downstairs. You see Kasumi right in front of you, stretching, getting ready for her day. Brick is already down at the table, reading some of his books, doing some research.
Wait, Kasumi, fox or person?
Person.
Damn, okay.
I'm making tea. I can't do it with my paws.
You have a
Not
tea
trying
weird.
hard
It does
enough.
it for you.
Did
Can you imagine just a teacup and you have to lap it out as a fox?
No.
So, Zahn, you head outside, and Brick, you would, if you had gone and looked, you would have seen that Fern's place of business, the Magic Bean Cafe, has been open since the sun first crested over the outer walls. And there seems to be a fair number of people that go and visit it earlier in the morning to get ready for their own day as they go about their business.
Are they crotchety old men who have nothing better to do and go get
a
coffee
minute.
at 7 o'clock in the morning and gossip about the town?
The old timers group with their newspapers.
Yes.
You're in the Royal District.
Assholes.
We're
Someone's
all
got a
unhinged
vendetta.
tonight, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
Ice cream.
I had ice cream. Good lord.
Ice cream.
So, Brick, you are aware of this. Zahn, as you go and open the front door, you park the cart a little bit off to the side of his premises, but you do see that there is a fair bit of hustle and bustle, even this early in the day, and a fair few of the tables out front are taken.
I will walk inside and see if I can find an empty table.
You do get some looks. You were very unusual.
No!
Yes. A upright, white-furred rabbit with armor walking in. The general din of conversation dies down, but as Princess Enna sees you, waves, and directs you to an open table and you go to sit down, the familiarity that she shows to you seems to calm most of the populace, and though you do still get the occasional stare, people are going about their own business again.
If Zahn sees anybody stare at him, he's just gonna stare back, no emotion on his face, just.
Well, Anna does wait for you to sit down and finish your staring before she... what would you like this morning?
Give me the biggest breakfast you have, and then double it.
I'll get right on that. She
Please.
goes on back into the back, and you hear some voices. She's fairly clearly talking to Fern, and as the door's swinging by, you kind of see his head pop out, and then he's gone again. It takes a few minutes, but soon enough she does come out with a platter that looks like it was meant for 2 people, but it just, sets it off in a U shape around you. There's
Oh, just
There's-
sleep.
Bring on!
Be gone,
A child
child!
tries to swipe some of your food.
You have meats, you have fried potatoes, pretty much anything you can think of breakfast-wise, she had Fern prepare for you.
I'm gonna have a fork in each hand and start eating it.
Just double fisting that shit.
Zahn is going to forget what this fucking happened the last 2 days if he has to eat to make it happen.
Food coma. Got it. The rest of you, what would you all like to do?
I'll say after a little bit, Brick follows him in, sits down, and just takes a piece of bacon and sits it in his mouth.
I'm stabbing his hand.
Roll an attack. That face! Oh no!
What's Brick's armor value? 23.
It just misses.
Oh, it just misses. Yeah, I was about to
What,
say.
do you have
because
your
I'm not rolling
shield
my
on you?
sword. This is my strength modifier, right?
What'd you say, Ian?
Do you have your shield on you?
I always have my shield on me.
Are you wielding your shield at breakfast?
Around you? Always. I know better.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually a 22. My bad. My strength modifier is only +3. I apologize. I looked at them like, oh, no, if it was 23, I would have rolled a nat 20 and fuck your shield at that point.
So Brick does go reach for a bit of bacon, but unfortunately, it's right as you're using both of your forks to bring up a particular large piece of, I don't know, breakfast steak or whatever, and you go, "Rah!" But he does yoink a small piece of bacon and just sort of chews on it like a bit of wheat grass that a cowboy would do.
Side-eye you as I eat.
I just... Again, Brick's metal face isn't really able to contort into a smirk, but you feel like he's smirking at you.
I'm kind of imagining the little cat that's gnawing on something like.
Okay.
So,
I'm just gonna continue eating.
anyone else?
Asumi.
Yes.
There are things that we should go do.
Like shopping?
Like shopping.
Should we bring the boys?
No.
We can hold our own, right?
We can. Yes.
Okay.
We got this.
Should we tell them we're leaving?
Does Pez count?
We can tell Pez.
We can tell Pez.
I was about to say, Pez, where are you? Are you just like under the table? What you doing?
Yeah,
Snoozins.
under the table.
Pez pose under the table. Here's his name. You hear a from underneath.
At 5 hours later after the shopping spree, half the city is on fire.
He's buried in shopping bags.
Oh yeah, we can bring Pez to carry our bags.
Wow.
Do you want to go shopping?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. But we gotta tell somebody we're leaving.
I can tell Hamburger.
Good plan.
Hamburger, we're going shopping.
Do you think he understood it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna write a note. Kasumi's gonna go find like a napkin or something.
Writes it on the wall.
Between all of your
Shopping.
equipment, you're able to find a scrap of parchment or whatever you need to write yourself a note.
Okay, I don't have the best penmanship, and I know you're writing a lot, Veneer, so I think you should write it, because they might not be able to read my writing.
Going out. Don't come look for us. You know who.
It could be a ransom note for all we know.
JK, don't worry, we're fine.
Oh, that's not suspicious at all. We're just like, they've been kidnapped.
I can just see them shopping. All of a sudden, just bring bashes. No, you guys are okay. We're good.
EBS. Brick is a dummy. Oh, yeah. No, they're fine.
Brick is a dummy. They were super kidnapped. They think I'm super smart.
Anyway, you write the note. You leave it behind. What would you three like to go and do? Where would you like to go?
Well, we got the perfect cut, which is the tailor shop.
Mm-hmm.
Or we have Oscar's place, which is down in the Grove, and he sells magic things.
Oh, that's right.
Or we have the stabbing block. That's the weapon shop.
Oh, I meant to type that because I realized that it may not have come through. There we go.
That's cute.
Oh.
It's like stab and block, but it's the letter N between the two words.
Nice. And then I know I wanted to go to this and that because I need new tools. I broke mine.
Yeah, see, blacksmith sells trinkets.
Okay.
We can try there.
Yeah, I'm up for whatever. I don't know which is closer.
Well, the Grove is all the way down.
Okay.
And that's where the perfect cut is. And Oscar's place. I don't know the other two.
We can ask around.
Good.
Okay. Let's go bug some strangers.
Bugs.
Pez has
Yes.
no idea what he's gotten himself into.
Bugs. Bugs.
And Kazumi walked outside.
Okay, so which is the first place that you are looking for?
I guess
know.
whichever's closest. Before we make our way down to the Grove.
Yeah, what were the names of the other two that we didn't know where they were?
We got the stabbing block, which is the weapon shop, and I don't know the name of the blacksmith.
Okay. Because I have written down here this and that to get thieves' tools.
Maybe that was it.
Okay.
Because I
So-
have the other names.
Okay.
Oh, this and that is a blacksmith. He sells trinkets. There we go.
Oh. Children aren't sleeping. So, you, the three of you, let yourselves out from the wagon, and it's pretty easy to find yourself a guard to speak to, and he kind of he looks at you because again, there's a kobold, there's a woman with three tails. He directs you down through the gate for the royal district, and if you're looking for this and that, you go down through the grove, and it's the first building before you get to the carpenter on your way out.
So everything's in the Grove.
If you're looking for this and that.
Well, isn't that the perfect cut? And Oscar's place is down in the Grove.
Yeah.
Love the stabbing block.
Stab and lock. No, if you go through the gate here, hang a right, really can't miss it.
Oh, sounds like that's first.
Okay. Thank you, kind gentleman.
Mom? And he begins walking back on through his patrol.
Did he say ma'am or mom?
I think it was man.
Mommy.
No. Stop it.
Okay, Kasumi like flicks her hair over her shoulder. Let's go, and she starts heading towards the gate.
So, which one are you heading for first?
The stab.
Stab and block. Okay. So, you follow the directions, walking through the gate into the Royal District. And why are you giving me problems?
When don't I give you problems?
Well, you know. Someone's got to, I suppose. So you walk through the gate, and immediately on your right, you see some relatively nice structures. But they don't appear to be very... they don't appear to be very blacksmithy. So you continue on further down the road, and soon enough, over the top of the buildings, you are able to see a bit of smoke coming over the rooftops. And you hear the telltale sounds of of metal striking metal. And before you know it, you do find yourself at a decently sized building with the sign out front saying the Stab and Block. And it looks like the sign is basically a wooden shield that had a sword thrust through it. The three of you head on inside, and there seems to be a fairly large older gentleman, kind of balding down the middle. And he looks to be a bit groggy, like the day's just kind of getting started. Maybe had a few too many drinks the night before. He goes, "Well, how can I help you?"
We just want to see kind of what you have in your shop.
"Oh, pre-made things are over there against the wall."
Okay. She just like peeks over her shoulder.
Is there anything cool on the wall?
Make an investigation check.
Oh God.
Gonna give you advantage.
Oh, that's a whopping 3.
A 3.
I see nothing.
You don't really wear armor or use a whole lot in the way of metal weapons, so you're go and look at the wall and you go, "That's some stuff."
I kill people with this.
Can I look?
You can make an investigation check if you like.
10.
Nice.
A 10. You come up beside Vanera and you look with her and you go, "None of these are guns."
Yeah.
Sophie walks up and like stands right next to Veneer with her arms crossed, and she like leans over. Why did we come here again?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was just the closest one.
You know, I think this is more like
Thanks
Zahn's
for showing
vibe.
us around. Just walk out.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, there was this weird trio. One was a little lizard guy, and the other one were two strange women. Just came into my shop, looked around, and walked out.
Didn't ask but one question and fucked right off.
We were browsing.
Window shopping.
Oh,
Gotta
window
get a
shopper's the worst.
Gotta get a sense of what we want first.
Apparently, it's not that.
No, it was not.
No.
I could tell by the look on their face, they had no idea what they were looking at.
All right. So you leave the Stab and Block, and even though the man is just sitting there, just looking a little bit cross at you that you came in and disturbed him, you can still hear behind him the sounds of hammering and metalworking going on behind him. You leave the Stab and Block. Where would you like to go next?
To the Grove.
Okay. Is one of the locations on your preferred list to begin as you approach the second gate, where the cobblestones turn into more grass and dirt pathways.
I think this and that.
This and that?
Mhm.
Shrink.
Okie dokie. So,
Find stuff.
finding stuff.
Stuff.
At the gate, you ask for directions again, and the guard there points on down the road, and it's pretty easy to see from this point. You see that on your left there's two main structures. The one with the older Furbolg already out working wood, and you can see that it wasn't just you. Anyone that's coming back and forth through the gate, he's looking up, smiling, and waving at them. But the guard tells you essentially that you stop at the building on the left before you get to Smedley's.
Go there.
DM at some point during all this, probably after Zon gets done eating, Brick's gonna say, "Do you want to go to that magic shop and see if they have any good items?"
No.
Oh, I planned on going around town today. So, sure. There are other
Okay.
stops that I want to make as well, but we can definitely go.
Good.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. We'll cover this since Zon did get himself basically double portions. It's going to take him, even though he is wolfing it down, it's still going to take him a minute. So the ladies and Pez
Me.
get down to a place called This and That. It's a very, it's a strangely decorated front sign. It has metal trimming all around it, and it's a bit of an odd shape. But the calligraphy for the sign is quite nice, and it just says This and That. And like the Stabbin' Block that you had been to before, there's a sound of hammering, but it's much lighter. It's not the heavy clang, clang. It's more a little tink, 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 tink kind of sound.
Walking right in.
All right. So, you head inside, and you can definitely see why you were suggested this place. As opposed to the last one where it's big, clunky bits of armor and weapons, hammers and all, a lot of the stuff in here is much smaller, more delicate, way, way, way more intricate. And arriving within, sitting at a table with a pair of, looks like sort of, some sort of glasses over their eyes, is a red-skinned tiefling woman working at a table with a very small, intricate piece of metalwork. And as she notices you, she sets her tools down, wipes her hands on her rack, and goes, "Hi, good morning. How can I help you this morning?"
Hi. I am searching for tools that can be used to open things.
Okay, like lockpicks? Or are you
Yeah.
looking for a more bit of a brutal entry?
Stealthy.
Lockpicks. Just the lockpicks? Anything else?
Thieves' tools?
She kind of gives you a look and a grin. It's kind of,
But I don't use them for thieving. I promise.
make a
She
persuasion
did break her
check.
last lock.
I
Persuasion.
promise I won't use these
Persuasion.
for stealing things.
She will.
Totally.
Persuasion. Okay. Oh shit. I'm not using that dice. Screw that dice. Okay, 17.
17. She kind of looks at you for a minute. She goes, "Oh, I'm just messing with you. Give me just a moment."
Okay. Like nervously laughs. Okay.
Well, you watch her as she walks off to the side, and you actually see it looks like a shelf with 5 or 6 leather pouches, and she goes, grabs one off, and comes back and sets it down. Run you about 50 gold pieces there, love.
Okay. me check one thing really quick.
Of course.
I'm gonna see how much I have.
What else does she have?
You see on the same shelf that she had pulled the thieves' tools for Kasumi, there appear to be other types of various tools. It looks like there may be some leatherworking tools, some woodworking devices. On the other side of the shop, you see quite a bit of very ornately designed items that look like stopwatches, really, really decorative vambraces, sort of metalworked into caps. She seems more into the artistry of it than a traditional blacksmith would be utilitarian.
Okay.
Can I buy 3 of those?
3?
Just in case I break one again.
Not stealing things.
Well, I'm not going to stop you from spending your money. And she goes and she grabs 2 more and sets them on top. Anything else?
Are there any, like, ornate necklaces?
Megan, are you doing a quick glance around, or are you, like, going through and, like, really looking?
I want to go through and really look.
Okay.
Just looking for something specific.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oh, God. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. 15.
15? You go and you... While Kasumi's discussing this and seeing how much money she has, you go and you peruse around a little bit. It's not the jewelry that you are generally used to. There do seem to be some sort of metal plates that could maybe be fashioned into necklaces. But you do have a general idea that she is very skilled, and if you had something specific, she might be able to do something for you.
Okay. Never mind then.
Does she have any, like, wire wrapping? Or, like, copper wire?
You can ask.
Are you familiar with, like, copper wire and working with it and shaping it?
Well, to some extent. Every now and then, some royal will ask for a wire-wrapped hand guard or some such.
Could you make an arm cuff?
An arm cuff?
Hmm?
Tell me more.
It's just an intricate wrapping of wire around the arm. It's like a piece of jewelry. And then it usually has like a really pretty end to it. We have a really fancy dinner we're going to be going to, and we just want to look nice.
Oh, right, I see. So, sort of a bracelet but for your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure I could fancy something up. Just copper?
Copper would be fine. I don't need something too fancy.
All right, how long do I have?
A good question. How long do we have, Vanera?
For what?
This dinner that we're trying to get ready for.
Oh, I assumed that was gonna be tonight.
Could you have it done by tonight?
Oh, I don't think I have that much time. It'd probably take me about a week or so. I've got a bunch of other projects stacked up for me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, the thieves' tools are going to help me out a bunch, so I don't break any more locks.
Well, if you get into any trouble with them here, I never met you. And those aren't mine no more, so... You can see she's starting to get a little bit worried.
Kasumi just like bats her big eyes at her. I promise I won't get into trouble. But thank you for the tools. You're coming in quite handy because I was nervous I couldn't find any.
Right. So, anything else? She
No,
seems
not for me.
She looks towards Venera and Pez and.
Oh, we're good. Or I'm good.
Do you have any like spare bits of scrap metal? Doesn't matter what kind they are.
Well, I've got loads of those. What, you want to buy some?
Yeah.
She kind of looks a little taken back by the idea, but she's not opposed to it. And well, how much do you want? How much are you willing to spend?
There it is. Inventory. How much would
Oh, you beat me to it.
I like even numbers. How much would 68 gold get me?
Oof, 68 gold. You could have a whole barrel.
I don't know if I could carry that.
I mean, with the 68 gold, I could pay for a delivery.
Ooh. Oh.
I mean, yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. And she kind of wipes her hands off on her leather apron again and looks around for a bit of charcoal and something to write on. Where can I send it to?
You know that weird house that's in front of the Magic Bean Cafe that's on wheels? Have you heard of it?
No.
I don't expect her to. We just got in last night.
I know, but it's quite a sight. Not the people aren't used to seeing it.
I mean, I know where the Magic Bean Cafe is. If you're...
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, I'll have it delivered to Fern. She
Yes,
scribbles
deliver
down.
it. Okay. I was gonna say, or you could just deliver it to the house cart that's outside.
She
We might
kind
not
of
be in.
looks at you confused and is like, house.
You'll know when you see it. It's hard to miss.
Just deliver it to Fern. He could watch it for us if we're not in tonight.
She scribbles out the house part. Might I get a name?
Pez.
All right. You hand over the gold, and she even shows you the barrel that she's talking about. It comes up to almost her hip, and you can see that there's just pieces sticking out of it, long, skinny, thick, tapered ones. It's enough scrap that it will probably last you a long, long while.
Cool.
All right.
So many bad flashbacks to retail.
And with that,
So-
she begins trying to shoo you out of her shop.
Well, hold on.
We're
50
the
for
best
each.
customers.
50 for each thieves tool pack, correct? So
Oh.
150.
Yes.
Well, I'm not gonna let you not let me pay for these.
I assume that had already been taken care of. That's my
okay.
that's my fault on the DM side of things. I was too distracted by the crate of scrap.
Free is free for me.
Shut up and eat your dirt.
It's all gone. The gummy worms were minty.
So, as the three of you conclude your business at the this and that, Brick and Zahn, where are you two heading? What are you doing?
I want to wait for Emma to come back.
Anna or Emma?
Emma, nice princess lady.
Right. Did I fuck up the names? I think I fucked up the names.
EMMA.
I don't know.
Yep, no, I fucked up the names. Yeah, so Emma has been coming back and forth, refilling drinks, looking at Brick, munching on bacon. She actually,
Hi.
she sees you munching on that, and she's like, what are you doing?
Tasting.
Just
I don't
tasting.
have-
No,
I don't have a digestive system, but I do have taste buds.
oh.
Yes,
Well,
he's
that's
an
weird.
oxymoron.
I didn't have taste buds at first, but then I wanted them, and then magic gave me them.
She kind of looks confused for a second and goes, I'll be right back. She scurries back off into the kitchen. After a second or two, she comes back. She has a sausage. There you go.
I don't know if I've had this yet.
Have you?
And I don't. No, need you. Let's see. What dice are we gonna use for this?
Do you have a brown one?
I was looking for one.
The sausage dice.
Reddish. Use one. Use that one.
Doesn't like chicken wings.
Roll for taste, Toaster Boy.
Bacon's better.
What'd you roll?
It was an 11.
Okay, so you'd
It's
eat it.
it's quite spicy.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Just eat the sausage brick. It'd be
Fuck our
rude
pet
not
snacks.
I just kind of look at the sausage, look at Zon, and like offer it.
to. 9. Don's gonna gesture to everything that was in front of him.
There
You
is
have more
not
room. Don't lie.
Eats the sausage.
I don't actually eat it.
Finds into something glittered. Emma, I am sorry to ask. I'm looking for a magic item shop and a weaponsmith, and possibly some places that sells seafood. Would you happen to know where any of those are?
Well, if you're looking for weapons, you'll want to go talk to, Master Tsunoda at the Stabbing Block.
Sunoda?
Tsunoda.
Yeah, we were assholes. We didn't even get the dude's name.
Same with the tiefling.
Oh
So go
shit,
ahead.
we're jerks.
It's like,
Oh
man,
no, we're those type of customers.
you are. When Zon's more attentive, there's a problem. But continue, please.
When Zahn is more attentive. He's going to be in the Cobble District. If you head through the gate and hang a right, he'll be kind of tucked behind. You can't miss it, really, once you see all the smoke and hear the hammering.
Thank you.
If you're looking for seafood, honestly, if you head to the shipyard, if you want it super fresh, just all along the northern area, go through any of the gates, hang a right, go all the way down to you heat the water. You'll find someone there, probably selling something.
Thank you.
And if you're looking for magic items, and she seems really hesitant to say it, as if she's kind of nervous about it. She goes, there is Oscar's place in the Grove, but I've heard rumors that he's a bit strange.
Oh,
Zon's gonna just look
I
at her.
believe Fern did say that.
Listen, I am a talking rabbit and this is a metal man. Things will be fine.
As you say this, the door to the kitchen area squeaks open slowly, and you see Fern lean his head through and goes, you have no idea. And then it slowly closes back again.
And I look forward to the exchange. Well, those are the two places I appreciate the information. I am
Of course.
plenty full. I hope you have a lovely day, and we will bother you later for probably dinner.
Well, I'm not usually here for dinner, and Fern closes the shop or the cafe a little after lunchtime, so unfortunately you'd have to go somewhere else for a dinner meal.
Well, the way we hear it, we might be going to your house.
Oh. Well, Father hasn't said anything yet, but I'll check with him. I don't even know if he knows you're here.
Well, speaking of that, when you go home, is there any way you might be able to let him know if we have arrived, if Fern has not already done so?
Of course.
Thank you very much. So I'm gonna stand up. I don't know what this cost, but pay. And
Do you just put a random amount of money down, or do you ask?
can I ask?
I'm just making sure. She goes, oh, that for all of it will be About 10 copper pieces.
Zon's gonna just give her a gold.
She kind of looks and goes, oh, that's a hefty amount. It's not the normal reaction that you get when you give someone a gold. Well, good luck with your adventures.
Thank you, Emma. Enjoy your day.
As Brick stands up, he goes, bye-bye, and then leans down, Your Highness, and walks away.
She kind of looks at you funny. It's like
Like, he tried to do kind of a whisper, like, because of last time she reacted, he's just like, Your Highness, and just walks away.
all right. So the two of you head out. Where would you like to stop first?
I guess stab and block. It's gonna be the first stop.
So, like your friends before you, without you realizing it, that you don't even look for. You just leave and go shopping. You you head through the gate following Emma's instructions, and sure enough, you do find yourself at the stab and block. You see the shield sign with the sword that's thrust through it. Stepping inside, you see the older, balding gentleman. Kind of looks up and goes, "Oi, how can I help you?"
Master Sunada, what you said, just so I pronounce it right.
Sunoda.
Sunoda, sorry. Zon will walk up to the counter and, I guess, not bow, but, wave. Hello, Master Sunada. Question.
I'm not Sunoda.
Sunoda, my apologies. This is not my native tongue.
That's not me. That's me boss.
Dumbass.
I was told to ask for him. Might I bother him?
He kind of has this look of like, oh, motherfuckers ask me to do stuff. Be right back. And he gets out from behind the counter. You can see he's got a fairly sizable limp. He goes and...
Is this guy, like, ethnicity-wise, like, same as everyone else we've seen from the Nightly Kingdoms, or is he human?
He's a human male, has sort of tan skin, very kind of wrinkly and weathered. Definitely been out in the sun a lot. Whether he's been out in the fields or sailing or been working as a blacksmith, it's hard to tell. You just can see that he's old and crotchety.
Gotcha.
But he shoves the door open and he goes, "Oi, Sonoda! Someone's looking for you." Kind of sits there for a second and just seems to be watching for something. You hear the clanging stop and this low grumbling noise getting louder. And from your perspective, as he's holding the door open, you can see him watching something pass him, and as it passes him, he lets the door shut. And around the counter, shorter than the counter, I've been so excited for you guys to see this, dude. You see a very short, almost like a dwarf-sized tabaxi come around the corner.
No!
And you guys missed him.
It's a cat man.
And he's very short. The fur around his mouth and around his neck is white. He's kind of got these gray streaks, and he just looks angry, just total resting. He may be angry, just this foul-looking creature. And he's got a hammer in one hand, and he's looking up at you through these bushy eyebrows. He goes, "Oi, what you want?"
Donald will reach out to shake his hand, or to offer to shake his hand. You come personally suggested by Emma.
He kind of looks at your hand, looks up at you, and goes, "So?"
I'm looking for somebody who's very, very talented in crafting weapons, and this city seems like it might have somebody talented enough to do so. And if he doesn't shake his hand, Zon will reach back and grab his redonkulously large sword and hold it out in front of him. I'm looking for somebody who can craft something better than this.
Kind of looks at you, looks at your sword, looks at what he's got on the walls, looks back at you. "What good if I had the materials?"
And the materials would be what?
"Expensive."
I didn't ask how much they cost.
"So?"
What would I need, regardless of the cost?
What have you got?
Oh my god.
Nothing on hand at the moment, but I have the funds to probably buy whatever is necessary.
So what? You want it silver? Mithril? Or hoity-toity? What you want?
I was just gonna sit there and think.
While he's thinking, Brick's gonna pipe up Master Tsunada.
Noda.
Tsunoda?
Correct him.
May I ask what country you come from?
What's it to you?
Oh my fucking god.
Your curiosity.
Huh.
Does he have any garb that I can get a read on, or is it just like a leather apron or something?
Just looks like regular kinds of clothing. Breeches, a tool belt, apron. It's got gloves on.
All right.
So, okay, real fast, DM, I need to ask this because I'm pretty sure my character would know, but I don't know off the top of my head based on this universe. So, what is regarded as some of the most, I wouldn't say powerful, but most magical metals out there that I would have some, or if I need to roll for it?
You've only ever really dealt with iron weapons. Until you received your current one, you've never even gotten to wield a weapon with magical properties before.
Then,
You have definitely heard of things like mithril and adamantine, but for all your experience with it, they may as well just be myths.
Veltinoda, if I gave you the option to make whatever you want, it's the most powerful sword you've ever made, what would you require?
A better forge.
Well, that is definitely a problem. I did not laugh. I'm sorry. That was me trying to not to laugh while talking. That is unfortunate.
Fires can't get hot enough, eh?
That is also unfortunate.
Can I
Seems
ask
that-
why not?
He kind of looks at you and goes, "No. Trade secret."
Okay.
Rick, think of it this way. It is magic. Magic requires more than basic fire.
I thought it might be that if I'm correct, you have to have someone to bellow the fire, and it gets really hot. So some people can't stand as hot as you might need to get. I thought I could give it a try.
Don's just gonna look at him as you said you can't stand. He's not tall enough. I'm just trying to make sure that's not what he's insinuating.
He's just
Well,
looking at the two of you.
those who know I am sorry to have bothered you, but it seems that my search will continue. If I can think of anything or find you a hotter forge, I will come and pay you another visit.
You see his fluffy little head nod and go, "Yep."
But I am sorry to have wasted your time, and I appreciate you coming to see us.
"Yep." And then he
Beat this.
turns, without waiting for goodbyes, he turns, and you see his stumpy little leg kick the door open as he stomps back to wherever he was working, and getting a brief glimpse as the door opens. It's a smithy, but small.
I respect him. Velbrick, it does not seem as though we will find what we need here. But we do have a magic shop to go see.
Brick's just gonna scan the walls real quick. Anything jump out as unique?
The most unique things you see there, it's kind of hard to tell at a glance. You do see a surprising variety of weapons. There's halberds, great swords, morning stars, pikes, shields, chainmail, plate mail, all the basic kind of armor. But there's nothing that really is like, like angelic singing, like, ah! It's just, it seems like really good quality, basic kind of gear.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we'll leave and start heading down to wherever it is, or just make our way south to the grove.
Okay, where are the two of you looking to go to? Stop at?
Oscar's place.
Okay. The three of you that have been at this and that, talking to the unnamed worker there, where are you heading after this?
You're muted.
Sorry, children. What's the closest one from where we are other this and that?
Asking someone on the street, you say Oscar's place, and you see their skin get a little bit paler, and they go, Perfect Cuts just around the corner there. Backs up against the wall.
Okay. Well, off we go.
Okay. So, you all follow the directions given. Sorry, give me one quick second here. And you get to a location that seems very, for lack of a better word, a bit flamboyant. The shingles on the roof are, as you approach the place, you hadn't noticed it before, but most of the buildings have a kind of bluish tile to the rooftop. This one seems to be a faded red. The door itself is a very vibrant shade of red. Sorry, multitasking here. And as you step inside, you see that there is a man that, a human man. He kind of has slick back, sandy brown hair, wearing a shirt that looks sort of similar to you, Kasumi, but not quite. It looks like a kind of bastardized version of a male shirt that would be from your homeland. His pants and boots are relatively similar to what you've seen walking around. He's got a bit of a utility belt on his side. It has scissors, needles, and a little satchel hanging from the side. And as the three of you head inside, he raises a hand very flamboyantly. He goes, "Hello, and welcome to the Perfect Cut. How may I help you?"
Oh God, he's like so flamboyant.
God, it's Oro 2.0.
Oh,
Who 2.0?
You wouldn't have met him.
Okay.
Are there garments visible?
Oh, yeah. They are flamboyant, feathery, gaudy. You're beginning to understand what Fern meant by saying good luck.
I want to see what's in those racks over there.
Well, by all means, help yourself, my dear.
Okay, and she bolts off.
He follows after you, just kind of watching as you pull things off, and if you want to try anything on, he helps you with it. And he's looking over at Vanira and Pez and goes, "Anything I can help you darlings with?"
You got anything that would... This?
I'm sure I can think of something. Might need a few measurements, but sure. What's the occasion?
Dinner.
With the king.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, la-dee-da. The prude invited you to dinner. Well, are we going by the king's standards, or do you want something, original?
What would you recommend? I mean, we're new here. I'm new here. I came from down south.
He immediately takes something off of the rack and essentially manhandles you into wearing it. It's far too long for you, but it's basically a rich blue coat with a pink feathered collar that just...
Fez is Elton John.
Got anything like this in
Perfect.
3'1"?
Oh, and I take the arms in, darling. It's no trouble.
I mean, how do I look? Y'all.
You look
Now-
dashing.
Remember, pink feathers, floating frills.
Very, very catching.
It's different. I like it.
Well, if they like it, I like it.
Oh god.
Very well, then stand up there, please. I'll get your measurements and I'll hem things in for you.
Okay.
So, as
Yes.
Pez hops up on the little stool, the tailor begins to measure his arms, and you can see there's a bit of disappointment as he realizes that he's gonna have to make some cuts. But thankfully, the cuffs on there also have a bit of pink dyed fur that he's able to sew into the proper length. And he actually does a few more measurements, and he kind of like hums and haws at it. And instead of taking it up to like a normal coat, he just sort of leaves it low. So like he could do like the little Russian doll shuffle and just like have no movement. So it's kind of like a weird dressy sort of thing. Yeah.
So I do just want to point out that you just said his coat has fuzzy pink cuffs with it.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
But as he's working, he's just openly talking and kind of gushing and like complimenting Kasumi on her dress and Veneer's tail. He finds very, very adorable. So
I am looking for something blue and starry and sparkly. I send you a photo.
oh no, did you? He as he's kind of working with Pez, you can see that he is very skilled, because as he's looking up thinking, he's just like mending away what he had cut before, and he goes, I think I might have just the thing there, darling. Give me a moment with your friend here and I'll go fetch it for you.
Okay.
Real quick, while you're doing that, do you have any extra feathers and like a bow tie?
A bow tie with this? Don't be ridiculous. This will be all that you need.
Oh no, it's not for me. It's for my hamburger.
You just introduced him as
He-
my hamburger.
he
No
stops.
fucking contact.
He stops midway. He's kind of, what the devil is a hamburger?
A little velociraptor.
Oh. I'm sure I can come up with something. And he continues working.
Shit.
I love him. Did we get his? Did we get your name?
Oh no, sorry, darling. My name is Sorrento.
Of course it is.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Sorrentino. I misread my own type.
It would be a Tino.
Even more so.
It could be Sorrento Sorrentino.
No, it's Sorrentino.
Oh my god, it's too fucking much. It's too fucking much.
Is he a human or an elf?
No, he's human.
Now, you are just a tailor and nothing else. Like you ain't no spy or nothing, right?
You can't just ask that, Pez.
It's about at this point that he's kind of finishing up what he's working on. He goes, dear me, no. can't believe you would even suggest such a thing.
Well, I mean, you mend those of various important people. I'm pretty sure you've heard some interesting gossip.
To some extent. Why do you ask?
Is there anything that we should be expecting tonight with Mr. Prune? I think you called him.
Oh, the prude. He doesn't really care for my designs and always demands custom work that's gaudy and piratey. He kind of stands up and like does a little as he says it, and he walks off and begins sifting through some of the racks. He goes, and I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I didn't ask any of your names. What is yours, little man? Little kobold, apologies.
My name is Pez Marigold.
A pleasure, it looks lovely on you. And you lovely ladies, and he's already pulling off a long blue gown, Vanera. And he's already kind of walking towards you, kind of holding it up and kind of judging the size. I do believe this'll do. And then he walks back behind the counter, and you hear, as he goes through, he like, shing, the curtain passed, but he's still talking loudly to you. What are your names, darlings?
Vanera.
And Kasumi.
Oh, lovely. And you, Kasumi, is there something you are dashing, by the way? Are you sure you need anything from me?
Well, of course I need to have a nice outfit for dinner with the king. Do you have any kimonos?
You hear the shink as he kind of pokes his head back out. Ooh, a kimono.
Or a robe-like gown. Or I guess it doesn't have to be a kimono. I don't think I've really worn anything else.
Something at you.
I am sad to say I don't have one on hand, but I could make one in quite a jiffy, if you so wish. Or if you want something more of the modern take, I can do that too. And the curtain like slinks back again.
Well, regardless, whatever gown I pick, I have to have alterations so my tails can fit.
There's a bit of silence for a moment. Then you hear the shink, and he looks over and goes, I can do that. I've done things for dragonborns. Simple. Shink.
Okay, good. Kazumi's gonna look for anything that is flowery. So I'll look for a reference photo while you're working with Vanera.
There are plenty of flowers.
Okay.
It takes him a moment, and you hear some muttering and some words that none of you are able to recognize. And make a perception check, the three of you.
Perception. It was almost natural 20. 6.
Can you turn your microphone up just a wee little bit?
Oh, yeah. That was a 6.
A 6. Okay. So you're just a little too distracted looking at some of the other outfits that are available that you don't.
My dress is pretty. What are you talking about? I don't see anything else.
I got a 12.
12, Pez?
19.
19?
Ooh.
Well, the two ladies are too distracted by the clothing. Pez is kind of checking himself out in the mirror. And out of the corner of your eye in the mirror where the curtain was drawn, you see a little flash of light. And after a moment, Sorrentino comes back out and he goes, Vanera, darling, if you wouldn't mind coming and trying this on for me, please. He hands you the dress and kind of gestures for you to go in behind the curtain. And once you do, he shuts it and says, be sure not to touch anything. There's some sharp pointing things in there.
Okay.
So since it looks like Kasumi's still looking, after a few minutes, you put the dress on. It's very, very pretty. It's a deep, dark blue that kind of fades into a slightly lighter color towards the feet. But you're a little disappointed because the sparklies aren't there. You come out and you kind of look at it and he goes, now here's the best part, darling. Clap your hands for me. Just a little... Stars begin to twinkle all over the darker parts of the cloth.
You just blown Kasumi's mind.
It's not just bright lights, but they are actually like twinkling, fading in and out.
I didn't know this was an option. I want that too. I want that too.
You put magic in it. I love it. You put magic in her dress.
Can you do flowers like that?
Flowers. And you can see that he's like, I've never fucking thought of that before. Do tell. What sort of flowers are we speaking?
Cherry blossoms.
Oh, cherry blossom on kimono. How original.
It doesn't have to be a kimono, though.
Would you like a dress like your friend Fenira here, then?
Maybe. And I sent you a reference photo.
Oh, you did?
I did. So original.
Oh, so original.
I just want to point out real quick. I wonder how many shopping episodes we've done at this point.
Not enough.
The best
Not enough.
one, okay?
This reminds me of fucking Gunter from Sing. Oh, how original.
Oh, how original. Okay, so you pull one of the dresses off the racks, and it's the one where the arms are attached separately, and you go, this one. He goes, any particular colors? The cherry blossoms will be pink, so I'm assuming a lighter color?
Like a light green?
Let me see what I can do. I don't have anything readily on hand like I did with your friend here. It may take me a bit of time. Oh, what the hell. I'm not doing anything today. I'll power through the night and have it ready in the morning. He seems to just be really excited at the prospect of, like, actually getting to do something unique. Well, with the Venera's lovely dress there and the enchantment on it, Pez's lovely coat. I'll work on your little bow tie for your friend as well. And with yours, we'll say everything rounds out to $450.
Hopper? All right.
Gold, dear, gold.
I get it.
You don't have to do that.
I get it.
Very well. I have
Next
much
time.
work to do. If you may pay for the two now and come back, or pay it all up front,
I paid it all up front.
then you are welcome to walk with your purchases. And Venera, you may use the back room to change back if you wish. The dirt outside, it's not good for that.
Yeah, no.
Should I change also?
Yes.
Pez just like, okay, zip, done.
Do you have a way to get in contact with you again in the future in case we leave? Or I guess your information on a piece of paper or something?
Well, I am
Social security
Sorrentino, sole proprietor, owner of the Perfect Cut. I am one of a kind.
We'll store that right in the noggin, okay.
You have pen, you have paper, take your own fucking notes.
So he was trying to give like a business card.
Oh.
That's not really a thing in this day and
I
age.
know.
No.
Okay. So that just means if we get invited for dinner, we need to postpone until tomorrow. Got it.
Oh, one moment, Kasumi. I need to... And he kind of like starts pulling out measurements, and he's just like manhandling your arms, getting the measurements super quick. Yeah, you're just like, huh, huh, huh. Wait, whoa, don't touch me there. But
Okay.
he gets your measurements, jots them down, and goes, I will see you in the morning, darlings.
Okay. Thank you.
And you see that he sort of is like shooing you out, but he like goes, go on. And then he's immediately like going behind the counter and he's pulling out just rolls of cards like and just starts cutting, measuring. He is in work mode.
Wait, can I get a bag?
Yes, please.
Oh, of course, silly me. He's got like scissors in both hands, like, oh, silly me. Yeah, he's able to get you some nicer leather, kind of leather wrapped packaging to really help keep out rain, dirt, and that sort of deal. But yeah,
You want me to carry yours?
I can carry it. I'll
Okay.
carry yours too. I thought that's
Oh.
what being here is for.
We invited you because you're good company, not to carry our stuff.
Oh, okay. I can still carry it though.
Okay.
just okay. So, you had spent a fair bit of time in there. Brick and Zahn, we're gonna swap back to you as you ask around for Oscar's place. You get continuous looks of kind of
Dear God.
worry and fear, and just like, oh, there goes some more.
Oh no.
But eventually you do get directions, and you come to find that he is in the grove, and you know that his place is Oscar's place is on supposedly right up against the outer wall, and everyone is basically telling you that you can't miss it. It's within sight, but still hidden, and you cannot miss it. So I need the two of you to make either perception or investigation checks, as the directions that you're being given seem to be very vague, as if no one wants to be associated with sending people to Oscars.
22.
22.
21.
Got that good perception, baby.
Jesus fuck. All right. You're able to find it relatively easily. Hearing that it's right up against the outer wall, you put the wall to your right, and you keep on walking, and soon enough, with all the brighter stones and the blue rooftops, there is one door that really stands out. It's big, it's heavy, and it is a very, very dark wood. There is no signage, but you do see what looks to be two door slats.
This might be the place, Brick.
Let's find out. I walk up to the door. Kind of like push it or pull it to test if it's open.
It does not move. Sorry about that. So, you knock on the door. There's a decent pause.
Maybe he's not home.
Do we have the right place? There's no sign.
I don't see anything else as that would count as noticeable. Maybe try again.
You just knock one more time.
Yeah.
You knock one more time, and you hear a muffled sound behind the door. The bottom slat flies open, and you hear, "What do you want?" The top one opens. You just see eyes. "What do you want?"
Magic items for sale?
And information.
You got money?
But
Yeah.
yes, you have so much money.
Well, why didn't you say so? And you hear a few heavy bolts unlock, and the door opens. It's pretty dark in there.
Do you
I
mind
have
if
a good time.
do I have the ability to bring a light?
You can certainly try.
If it's dark enough to where I can't see, I'm going to cast light on my hand.
Okay. You cast light in your hand. Brick?
I just walk in.
Okay. Are either of you proficient in Arcana?
One
Oh,
second.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Yeah. No. No.
Then, Brick, I need you to make an Arcana check for me.
26.
26.
Jesus.
So you pass through first, and you feel all of your insides and your plating kind of vibrate as you pass through the threshold. Zahn follows in behind you, and the light from his hand vanishes, and the door slams shut. It's dark, but you see an old, wrinkled, kind of dirty-looking human male standing in there with you.
I'm waiting for the image.
Yep.
Got the fucking page open and
Yep.
everything.
I'm working on it. I had to click the right one. And he's just looking at you, and he goes, "You say you have money?"
If you have wares.
"Oh, I do." And it's, Brick, you don't notice this, but Zahn, you do, because someone doesn't have a nose. There is just the unmistakable scent of burnt everything. It's like there's wood, a little hint of maybe flesh has been burnt. And as you're looking around, the reason that it's dark in here is because every surface is just charred. And he's looking at you and he goes, "Few questions first. Where'd you come from?"
You immediately Zahn just stops. Brick, you keep going.
Well.
Oh,
we
sorry,
talking within-
I forgot with your with your Arcana check. There was a moment of disorientation as you walked through the doorway, as if taking that one step forward, you had been pulled and turned in a weird direction that you hadn't been when you first were standing in Harpermere.
Well, are we talking within the past 24 hours where did we come from, or are we talking point of origin?
Don't get smart with me. Where did you come from? Just now.
Burns.
Where did you go? I'm not sure.
Who?
The
Where?
Burns. The
Huh?
bean.
Who?
The
Where's that?
The magic bean. It is up in the royal district.
What?
We just
He
got
came-
into town yesterday, and we asked around for a magic shop.
Everyone said you was the person to come, and that we could never forget you once we've met you.
Right, but where did you come from?
Zahn is just gonna
Royal
pause.
District.
I came from a swirling purple and red void.
Who sent you? Is this a joke? Someone pulling a prank? Because I'll burn you. I'll burn you both.
Well,
I would like to see you try. Also, what kind of portal did we just walk through?
You see him start to kind of take a step back away from you.
We do not know anybody in this town. Nobody sent us. I am just looking for intricate magic items that might help me in my endeavors in the future. Also, I have a lot of soul searching to do after the last few days, so
He's not in a good mood.
mood is good. Life is turned upside down. So you were saying that you had some of the best magic items in town?
I just
Please.
reach into the spider backpack and pull out my coin pouch, just ching 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 ching.
This is How's Moving Castle portal, isn't it?
Who knows?
Both of you make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh
Okay.
no. Oh no.
So first is a 13, and the second one is a 15. So 13 plus 6 is 19. Oh my god.
Why did it have to be a disadvantage, Ian? Why?
For reasons that I will tell you later.
Anyway, 18. The other one was a natural 20.
I got a 19.
Brick, because you pulled out the coin purse, you see that there was a hand that had reached behind himself and seems to stop and get a little bit more interested.
What city did you come from?
Oh, I'm from Rokasine.
Where?
The snowy north, country north of this one.
What?
This is
Wait. When you were on the other side of my door,
And you see him start to get angry.
where were you?
Oh,
Rick goes,
I'm
oh, it was a portal! Oh, we came from Harpermere.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And they say I'm senile.
Well, it's not every day you walk through a doorway through a magic
Hip, hip,
portal.
hip, hip, hip. You're here to spend money. I ask you a simple question.
And you see that, like, his temple is twitching, and she's like,
You want to
Six
spend
is
money?
human.
Yes.
Yeah?
We would like to spend money.
Wait,
Okay.
that means you have access points in other cities.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
you see him just, like, turn like he's just ready to strangle something. And there's another doorway in the room that you hadn't really seen before, and it has two doorknobs on it. And he grabs one, pulls it open, and there's a much more pleasant aroma that wafts into the room. And he's kind of like,
Come on. Bring your money with you. Come on. Hurry.
Okay, going.
Yep. I just looked at it on. Wonder how many people he's fireballed in that room.
You don't want to know.
Live. Actually, to be completely honest with you, I would be fascinated to know how many people have been stupid enough to try to pick a fight with either a visitor or a magic caster.
The really dumb ones. Now get in if you want to buy anything.
Okay, we go in.
Already in.
he slams the door behind him, and you see that there are shelves that are just littered with objects. There's wands, staves, rings, other jewelry. There's a jug in one corner, boots on a shelf, scrolls, a sword, what looks like a pair of goggles.
Well, peruse and let me know what strikes your interest. I haven't got all day.
To simplify my search, you wouldn't happen to have magic swords or magic rings that might enhance spellcasting? Or have other spell effects with them?
I do have one sword. No. I have two swords.
I would love to see some.
Right over here.
Kind of goes over, and there's just like a barrel with two swords sitting in it. He pulls one of them out and he goes,
This one, sword of sunlight.
puts it back down,
This one, the mightiest sword.
puts it back in the barrel.
The mightiest sword?
The mightiest sword. It's the mightiest sword. 1,500 gold pieces, that right there. That's a steal. Considering the bloke that sold it to me said he stole it, so it's a steal.
Do you know what it does?
Does it look like I swing around swords all willy-nilly? He just said it was the mightiest sword. Now, I did cut something with it once, and it was pretty bad.
He kind of, you can see his finger has like a big scar around the side of it.
Rick just projects his spell book. May I identify?
No!
Great.
You can identify it when you buy it.
Fair enough. Any trinkets of the nature that would protect the mind from any invasion.
Kind of thinks for a second.
Only thing I have for brain stuff is those goggles over there. Goggles of mind reading.
Gonna kind of walk over. What do they look like?
They kind of look big and bulbous. They fit over the eyes. It's like a strap that kind of goes up the middle with a bit of a plate on the top of it. Got arcane runes etched into it.
Fascinating.
Do you know if this is an attunement item or if it's pre-use?
You know, I never asked. Haven't tried. 10,000 gold.
I'll try to read Zon's mind.
I wouldn't suggest that.
You're late.
DM, if he is successful, unhinge everything that's in that right now.
You you put the goggles on and you stare at your dad. You don't hear anything, and you even see Oscar looking at you like,
Well,
I take it off. Definitely attunement based.
damn. All right, well, 10,000 gold pieces.
Fair price. Do you know what the Sword of Sunlight does, by chance?
I mean, it's in the name, I think. You say the magic word, gets real bright, kind of makes people go blind.
So it does make sense.
Are they both one-handed, two-handed, so hand and a half?
he kind of like,
Well, I
He
don't
picked
know.
them both up with one hand, so
It depends on how many hands you want to put on them. I don't swing swords, I sell them.
I was asking DM. To my eye, do they look like
they
regular
look like
swords or
long
great
swords.
Long swords? Okay.
Can I just look around and see if any trinket might catch my eye?
I mean, there's a few things there. You see a pair of boots. There looks to be a fairly large pearl. There's a staff. There's a couple of scrolls. There looks to be a very pale white key. There is an amulet, something that looks like a wand. There's a ring.
I want to grab the amulet and the pearl. How about that?
Okay. So you go and you point at the amulet and the pearl, and he goes,
Oh. Funny you should point out both of those. That's an amulet of spell storing, and that's a pearl of spell storing.
So
What's
pardon
the
my
staff?
stu-
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What?
What's the staff?
Oh, staff of sleep.
I've had nothing to do with sleep right now. So, without asking the stupid question, since I am predominantly somewhat new to casting, spell storage allows me to store a spells that I come across, or
No, one you might know.
and then
Kind of stuff it in there.
then somebody else can use it.
I don't know, I never tried.
The ring?
The ring? It's an invisible ring.
Wait, did you say invisible ring?
Invisible ring. Real steel, 5,000 gold pieces.
Again, I walk over, put it on. Is it automatic or does it take attunement?
Well, I mean,
DM,
still
can I see him? I was about to say, DM, can I see his dumb ass?
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop touching me things without buying them.
Sorry. Puts it back. Okay, so you said there was a ring, amulet, staff, pearl,
Boots.
boots. Oh yeah, what do the boots do? What are the boots?
Well, wait, there's one, and there, and there's two, three. It depends on which pair you want.
Oh. Which
Goes
one
to-
does what?
I think we got boots of fleeing, feline agility. I think those ones are teleportation.
he's kind of like scratching his head. It's like,
I That sounds right, yeah. Yeah.
Teleportation? Well, I have the feeling I know the answer, but teleport where?
I don't know, to the shit house, wherever you want to go.
And how much would those cost?
2,000?
Um,
Go ahead, Brick.
Remind me, Zach. Do you use a one-handed or two-handed weapon? Two-handed. Okay. And that basically covers it for the whole shop. There was anything else we missed, or was there another trinket or bauble?
There's what looks like a rod sitting on a shelf, a jug of some sort, and some scrolls. I think are the only things that you didn't pick out.
A truck, you
Rod?
That's a movable rod.
Wait,
How
I
much?
can't tell if you're...
What?
How
I got
much?
something in my teeth.
No, I said how much.
Oh, I don't know, 2,500 gold. Get it off me hands.
Done.
Oh, okay then.
Gives you the rod.
Hell yes.
I know they are. I guess I will take those boots of teleportation from you.
Alrighty, 2,000 gold.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, did you say 2,500?
Shut the fuck up, Brick.
For the yes. 2500.
Oh, okay, you weren't talking to me.
Oh, I see the problem.
Never mind. I have insufficient funds. I thought you said. Never mind. I did the math wrong in my head.
How short are
I
you?
start counting the money like. I spent way too much last time.
How short are you on money?
Oh, too short. Don't worry about it.
How much was it? How much did you say the rod was?
2,500.
Zan will put the boots back and buy the rod for Brick.
How much for one of the swords?
Well, if you want the mightiest
don't worry,
swords, 1,500, and the looking at my notes, give me just a second. Lost it. The sword of sunlight's 1,200, 12,000.
12,000?
Yeah.
Have we found this place yet?
Through the fittings, you would have, at the very least, gotten the instructions and started to look along the wall for the place. You're not quite there yet.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, just because I might trade it in, I pull out the +1. Well, Zon, would you want the +1 greatsword, or would you rather me trade it in for something else?
That's the name of your sword? It's a +1 greatsword? It's the shittiest sword name I've ever heard.
Okay, ass.
Not gonna lie, at the moment, since I just met you, not really willing to take your goods.
That is understandable.
Maybe future interactions, once you show you aren't sketchy or nothing, we can discuss business, but at the moment, I'm just selling.
That is fine. I'm gonna buy that rod
Zon,
for Brick
no,
regardless of what he says.
buy your boots. Once we get some more money, I'll come back for it.
As Zon hands the 2,500 gold to Oscar, I will get the boots next time I am here.
Okay.
And
What if I took 500 gold off the boots?
the
Which are
1,500
the boots?
1,500 for the boots. 2,000.
I
for
can swing the
gold.
1,500. I have 1,700. That's how short I was. I can swing the boots.
Fine. Brick, if that says if that is a fair trade for you, then that will be what we do.
All right, sounds good.
Deal. Give us the money.
Zon will count it out.
I put 1,300 gold pieces on the counter plus 20 platinum pieces, which should be 200 gold pieces to round it out.
Okay. You pass the money to Oscar. He grabs the boots and the rod, sets them into your hands. He goes,
There's nothing else. Leave.
There is one other thing, Oscar. Since I know that we could have haggled for these but chose not to, I want you to see if you can find something for me. And as he did before with the last blacksmith, he's going to pull out a sword. If you come by a sword that is of quality of this or higher, you will hold it for me.
make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Wow. Plus 6, 14.
Maybe.
Okay. Then, if you do, I will pay handsomely for it.
Then I'll keep a lookout.
Thank you.
Now go
Well,
on, shoot. Get out.
I beat the
Go on.
sun.
Go, 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 go.
He shoves you through the first door, shoves you through the second door, and as soon as you're out, you again, Brick, you feel that kind of tingling sensation. You feel weirdly dizzy for a moment, as if you were like walking and spinning at the same time, and then you land and you're back out in the bright sunlight, and boom, the door shuts behind.
Thus, if I'm incorrect, I will never forget that.
Fascinating. Wonder what other cities he's in, or we can locate him in.
And no, not mine.
Also, I pull out the greatsword and kind of stab it into the ground. Would this be better for you at the time? I was planning on maybe getting one of my other weapons back from Kasumi that I lent her, since she's found her own weapon.
9. The sword that I have fits my uses. But I am always on the look for something drastically powerful.
Very well.
Okay. What's the plan for you two once you leave Oscar's?
Shipyard, I think.
Shipyard. Okay, so as those two head for the shipyard and the three others are in search of Oscar's place, we're going to take a short little break. So we will be back in just a few minutes after we run to the bathroom, get some drinks, have some more snacks. So don't go too far. We'll be right back. And we are back. So, last we left off a short moment ago, Brick and Zahn met with Oscar and bought themselves a pair of magical items and then headed towards the
Shipyard.
Shipyard, thank you. Wow. I need alcohol. Headed to the shipyard to look for some seafood. Somewhere along the way, the party passed each other. Kasumi, Vanera, and Pez. If either make individual investigation perception checks, or you can give someone advantage as you follow the directions and attempt to find Oscar's place.
Who wants to be the lookout?
I'm really bad lookout.
My eyes see good.
Okay, Pez, the shortest one, will be lookout. As you could roll.
So, advantage, you can do investigation or perception, your choice.
Investigation's actually better. Okay.
Nice.
20, not nat.
Dirty 20. It doesn't take you terribly long. You're walking along the wall. You see the big blackened door with the two eye slits, one low, one high.
Door.
Yes.
It is a door.
Dear
This might be the place.
I knocked
There's
on
more.
it.
No.
You knock on the door, and there's quiet for a moment. Another moment passes. Another moment. You're sudden. Shh! You see the eye holes through the bottom slit, looking right at you, Pez.
What do you want?
I freak out and like jump 5 feet in the air, and yeah.
You kind of, the other two who maybe didn't flinch, you see the eyes kind of like go down a little lower to watch him and then come back up as he lands.
Well, what do you want? Come on, haven't got all day. What you want?
I'd like tug at both Kasumi and Vanira's shirts.
We were told you have magical things.
You sort of see him like, slams it shut. See the other one open.
What?
We were told you have magical things.
By who?
By who?
Fern.
Who did told? Fern? Fern told us.
A bush told you?
Sorry.
The owner of the Magic Bean Cafe.
Never heard of it. You got money?
And yes.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Click.
Hear latching, the door opens.
Come on, come on, come on.
She's gonna take Pez's hand.
It is shaking.
You want me to pick you up?
No,
You good?
You want a bottle timeout?
that'll be okay.
You want to at least hold my hand?
Yep.
Okay.
If either three of you are proficient in Arcana, you can make an Arcana check as you pass through the threshold.
Oh, I actually am.
Oh, would you look at that?
I'm a lizard.
Oh, fuck me.
No.
God damn it. 7.
7.
You know how many natural 20s I've almost missed tonight? 3.
Oh.
Arcana?
Wait.
Don't you do it.
Wait.
Don't you fucking do it.
Wait.
No.
So DM.
I know where this is going, but say it anyway, please.
DM. I have I got lucky rabbit foot.
Uh-huh. It's only been 40 episodes since you've gotten it. Do you want to use it for the first time?
I know.
Son's just walking away, just all of a sudden his ears just tingle. Something is happening.
I would like to use this.
You may. It's been so long since I made it, I don't remember the specific wording for it anymore.
So it's like, as a bonus action, you can use this item to make Zach roll your dice for you. It can be a skill check, saving throw, hit dice, damage dice, etc. You can choose to do this before you roll or after you roll if you have not revealed your result. Oh, I revealed my result. I'm sorry.
I don't remember what it was. Zach, roll the dice.
Okay.
Yay! Fuck! I wasted a 20 on her.
A natural 20?
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. So yay, 25.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, I roll a natural 27 for fucking me!
Kasumi,
I got
what?
14.
A 14?
Uh-huh.
Kasumi, as you step through, you get this odd tingling sensation down your spine. You kind of feel it go all the way to the tips of your tails. You kind of feel the fur kind of like... It's like it wasn't pleasant, but it also wasn't harmful. It was just a weird feeling that traveled down your spine. Vanira, as you walk through the doorway with holding Pez's hand, thank you. You get a similar sensation traveling down your spine, but you also get a sense that you were walking straight, but then somehow you returned, but you're still upright. It feels a little disorienting walking through this doorway.
Okay.
And as soon as all three of you are in, the door is slammed shut, and Oscar circles around.
Where'd you come from?
Outside?
Well, that's a stupid answer. Where did you physically come from? Just now. Through that door.
Harpermere?
A grove?
Oh, Harpermere. Okay.
He shuffles on over, grabs one of the doorknobs, opens it up.
In you go.
Let's do
Okay.
the other doors.
But there's only 2.
You turned something.
The doorknob. I can turn the other one and roast you alive if you want. If you're gonna be a smart ass about it.
No.
Good. In you get.
Do you
We're
go
going.
in?
I
Well-
nodded my head.
Well, for people that are listening, they can't see you nod your head.
Well, maybe they should be watching us on Twitch.com/fools&flagons.
So the 3 of you head inside, and forgot to mention for you guys as well the burning scent that was in the room. Inside, kind of depending on where you stand, there are different sorts of smells. You can see that there are some plants in one corner that smells very floral. On another side, or further down past the plants, you see bottles of potions. To your right, you see heaps of scrolls in like a little V-shaped wire holder. There's what looks to be a case in the center back of the room that has different sized gems that likely are used for spell casting and whatnot. Once the 3 of you wander in, he shuts the door and goes,
Right. What can I help you with? What you looking for? How much are you willing to spend?
What's over by the plants?
Oh, over there. Bunch of potions. Healing potions. Fire breath potion. Got a few resistances. There's water breathing.
What about scrolls?
you see him kind of shuffle over to the other side. Like,
Bloody window shoppers. Bunch of spell scrolls over here. I have a few prepared. The people that ordered them decided they didn't want to pay as much as we agreed, so they're still here. But I can kind of make scrolls of any sort of spell that you want, really. Ish.
I've heard like some people in passing and in some books, and like even some of my older sisters, they always like say, "I wish I had something." Is there a way you could like make a wish?
No.
Okay.
Anywho,
Do you have any alchemy books?
I'm sorry, am I bored?
no, sorry.
Books. No, don't got books. Plenty of alchemy supplies. You want acid? Nope. Okay. I've got glass bottles, different components. I got ink.
What kind of
Oil.
components do you have?
Oh, well, it's a sort of general component pouch. Give me a second. I'm trying. Generally just selling the pouches themselves, but I can stuff the pouches with things you need. Phosphorus, silver wire. It's just, I mean, look, I worked real hard on them.
And you can kind of see they're decently well made, but they're definitely patchwork. Like a third of it is one color stitched around with another color and then another color. It's kind of like a motley bag almost.
Do you have bones?
I got loads of bones.
I don't need, like, smaller ones.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Charred or no?
Preferably not.
I have less of those.
Preferably not humanoid bones.
I have even
Have
less
even
of
less
those.
Knew that was coming.
Okay. Maybe another time.
Ah, well, your loss. Some
Um,
of them come with chicken attached to it.
Do you have any like item that could duplicate the essence of a creature?
What?
Like copy a soul to another soul or to
No,
another
that's
thing.
necromancy, you loon.
So a
do we need
phylactery
to
is out of the
talk?
question.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said last pass.
A phylactery is out of the question.
How do you even know what that is?
I read books.
You scare me.
What are your staffs?
Staves? I ain't got no staves.
You said you did.
No, I didn't. I said I have
And what weapons
scrolls.
do you have?
I don't deal with weapons. I've got scrolls and potions. I've also got this really ooh, and he like scurries off behind his counter and he goes and like shuffling as fast as he can. He comes back with a little brown bag and goes, I got this. The dust of disappearance. Yeah?
What's it? I mean, obviously, I know the premise of what it does, but how does it work?
Oh, I don't want to do it in here. I tried it
Well,
once.
of
I
course.
lost a lot of things and hurt my toes a lot. You throw it in the air, and things around you become invisible. Poof.
Are you included in that invisibility?
How long did it take to wear off?
Yeah. 6, 7 minutes, maybe 8.
How much?
300.
Seems steep.
Has had a good question.
What? What? Who? Him? You? What?
Are you included in the invisibility?
You're buying the bag, not me.
Will the dust make you invisible?
The
As
user
well.
invisible.
Oh! Well, yeah, you just sort of throw it in the air and everything about 10 feet around you just... I
You would-
cannot tell you how many times I hurt my shin on my coffee table. It was awful.
Awful.
So you're also invisible when that happens.
Well, not that time. I was kind of looking at it and I sneezed.
Does it, I mean, how far does it go? Like, will it make, like, if it lands on the floorboards, will those become invisible?
Does it just look invisible, or does it actually like pass through invisible? You said you hit your shin, so I'm assuming it just looks invisible.
Well, yeah, don't send you off to another dimension or nothing.
You have something that could do that?
I kind of want to now. I mean, I could put a banishment spell on a scroll.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
No? Well, okay, you're lost. You want the bag or not?
Mm.
Invisibility.
No, I was more looking for perhaps a new weapon. Since you don't offer those.
Sorry, I'm mostly alchemical supplies and spell material components.
Can I insight check him?
Sure. Make an insight check.
Gonna roll really, really low tonight, guys. Oh, dirty 20.
He seems to be telling the truth. He's a little bit, but nothing about him seems to be giving you the vibe that he's lying.
He might not be like worth all of our money if he doesn't have any magical weapons.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll find someone else somewhere else.
Well, oh, come on, I've got potions of healing, I've got fire breath. Come on, you want to breathe fire, right? You don't want to be invisible.
I can make those.
I can make you invisible if you wanted to anyways, Vanera.
Fine. You said you were here to spend money. If you're not going to spend nothing, get out.
Okay. Because then we starts walking out.
Come on, shoot, 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 shoot.
We start walking out.
Okay.
I love him.
He shows you through the burnt room, and once you're outside, again, Vanera, you get that weird sense of spinning. Kasumi, you get a similar shimmer down your spine again. You hear the door slam shut behind you and a few bolts. You're all out in the city once more.
We're such good customers today.
I know.
Anywhere else we wanted to stop?
Would Pez know if pirates used firearms?
Make a history check. Make a history check.
14.
14. You've definitely seen people in the few times that you've been at Locust Harbor and down in the Southerquay. You've seen people that claim to be pirates that were carrying pistols and such. Most of them seem to carry both a ranged weapon and a up-close weapon, though.
I mean, with all the scrap metal I have, I probably could make my own ammunition. So, I should be okay.
I did have a question.
Mhm.
What was the coiled salamander?
The coiled salamander? Oh, did I leave that on one of the maps?
Yeah.
You have a couple
Whoopsie. That's not supposed to be there. I had to re-export one of the images because it didn't get saved. You don't know what that is.
Okay.
Odd Pez.
Now that's my mistake for very quickly exporting stuff, apparently, and missing something. So, what are the three of you doing now?
Were we hungry?
I could go for a bite.
I could eat.
I could
Yeah,
eat.
I could
I'll pay.
Okay. Do we smell anything yummies? Like cream puffs?
Oh, I should have known that was coming.
Yeah.
By the end of this campaign, we're all going to be unable to move.
Yeah.
Too many cream puffs and
Diabetes.
bacon.
Oh. Okay. Got it. So asking around in the grove, there's not much in the way of a restaurant down in the grove. It seems to all be, for lack of a better word, the peasantry. A lot of them kind of cook their own meals. It's where a lot of the craftsmen work. But most of the people you ask say that there's a few places up in the Cobble District and in the Royal District you can go to. They tell you of Fern's Magic Bean Cafe, that even though it is in the Royal District, anyone is allowed to go there and partake. But there are a few places in the Cobble that people tell you of. There is, see, Pez was ahead of the game here. There was the Coiled Salamander, that is a tavern and inn, and they said that it's more to the right once you go through the gate. And there was a bakery called the Wooden Paddle that was more to the left in the Cobble District once you go through the gate.
Banking.
You want to try that there bakery?
That sounds good.
You can't go wrong with baked goods.
Okay. So while you three go and investigate that, we're going to swap back to Brick and Zahn. As the two of you head towards the shipyard, are you going via the Grove or the Cobble District?
Can we, like, if we do one, can we move over to the other?
You have no idea.
It's a straight shot to through the Grove, so let's just do through the Grove first and figure it out.
Okay. It takes you a little while, 5-10 minutes, to wind your way through the streets. But eventually, as the ground opens up, you see a fairly large structure to your left. There seems to be music playing inside. There's laughter, giggling, and some other noises that may be coming from within. And there is one more structure right before you get to the docks. You see a couple fishing boats, some nets hung up that look like they're there for repair, and you get the unmistakable scent of fish.
Okay. Break, what do you think? Trying to find seafood. Is it a big building or is it a small building?
How should I know?
Well, I was asking an opinion, but fine, big building first.
That logic somehow works. Okay, so you head up towards the bigger building. As soon as you open the doors, you are immediately hit in the face with, well, thankfully Brick isn't, but Zahn, you are, just the scent of perfume, alcohol, and just general body musk. There are women dressed in fluffy skirts, serving and sitting around with people. There's a lot of giggling and flirting happening. You have found what appears to be a brothel, and you sort of step back and look up, and you see a sign over the top that just says Dockside.
I am very familiar with this kind of place. What do you think, Brick?
I
He's not
feel like
old
we've
enough
been
going.
to a similar place,
Really? There.
but I can't remember what it was for.
I'm tempted to be a dick. Do I be a dick? Oh, no, don't be a dick. Okay. Well, I guess we can
Is this-
find some...
I just look at something. Is this what a normal fish market looks like?
Oh, very much, Briggs. This is definitely what a fish market looks like. Why don't you ask when the lady's not sitting in somebody's lap about the fish around? And I will go to the bar over there and see if I can find some information out real fast.
No, he believed you. Fuck. Okay.
And it all went downhill from here!
Brick's gonna walk up to one of the unoccupied ladies.
So the pair of you walk towards the bar. There is a goblin that seems to have bluish gray hair, shaved on one side and flipped over. He's got a massive gold hoop in his ear, talking to her, but she is otherwise not entertaining anyone. And that's the one that Brick, you kind of zero in on. And Zahn, you just go and find yourself a seat at the bar.
Excuse me.
You see the goblin kind of look from the girl up to him and kind of goes, "Oh, hi, how can I help you?"
I was told to ask how the fish was.
Well, we don't serve fish here. That's the next building down. You see the
Zon's
No,
gonna
hold on.
walk-
Zahn,
Okay,
you
okay.
see the goblin just face palm and is just laughing.
I just, like, you just see the head slowly turn to where Zahn is and out loud go, I hate it when you do this. You lied to me again.
Well, you're gonna be very upset when I do this then. Zon's gonna walk over to the lady, hand her a gold piece. Have fun with him. I need to talk to your goblin friend.
She
Oh no.
Oh yes, baby!
She takes the gold, grabs a tankard of ale, a two in one hand, hooks her arm within yours, and takes you to a table.
Oh,
Where are
I
we
love
going?
being me.
What's happening? Zahn, Father, what did you do?
You'll be fine. Let her do her thing.
What thing?
We're gonna fade to black on that because I am not prepared mentally to do that. That is the gentleman that you are speaking with there, Zahn. And he kind of looks at you and he's already kind of like cleaning out a glass, just looking at Brick, and he kind of looks at you and goes,
I
This
ain't
is-
never seen nothing like him before.
Well, to be fair, he usually gets that a lot. But I figured he might as well experience it now more than any. But I do have a question for you, since I am new to shops. I do have a question for you, since he is preoccupied now. I'm looking for best place to find like sorry, what's I'm looking for like exotic fish, lobster, crab, anything that would be out of the normal and considered expensive or unique, so that I can cook it. Would you happen to know a good place around here?
Well, you're not far off. Right here, you've got Dockside Brothel. We don't do food, we do alcohol and women.
Yes, I picked
We
up on that
actually
one.
have two blokes, but they ain't too popular. What you want... Sorry, let me find it. What you want is the brine. Go out, hang a left, last building before the docks. You can't miss her.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna let him have fun. When he's done, could you tell him that I went to that building on the left?
he kind of like,
Has she started by now?
well, I have in mind how I envision this, but she's definitely hanging on you and is kind of smooching.
Oh, okay. Is this at a table? Like, is this within? I
You're-
can still see Zahn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of just within the crowd, and she's like giving you the tankard of ale, trying to get you drunk.
I regret to inform you, my lips do not actually function like that. Whatever you are doing.
She kind of leans back and looks at you, and she kind of takes a closer look and realizes that that's not just armor. It's like, well, what the hell are you then? I can't work with this.
I am Brick, also known as the Golem, Generation 0, Life Enchanted Machine.
Okay.
I'm confused about what my father contracted you to do.
Tell you what, let's say we did and don't. And she just gets up and walks away.
Okay. I just kind of turn and look to see if Zon's still there.
Gone.
I just stand up, brush myself off a little bit, and start walking towards the door.
You step out the door, and you see Zon just down the road.
I look down for like a nice sized rock.
There's a few rocks around.
Just pick one up, I toss it in the air.
Improvise range attack.
Would this be strength?
Dexterity.
Dexterity? So no proficiency, just straight dexterity. 18.
You miss. Just barely.
As you're strutting along, you hear a...
Look behind. I mean, that was fast. Better come on if you finish already. We got things to do.
I just walk alongside of it. Just the heck was that?
Remember those birds and the bees that we talk about that you still have no idea about?
Oh, this is one of the things that you other life forms do that's alternate fun.
I think the word you're looking for is pleasurable.
I still do not have a understanding to match to that definition.
Well, I tried. It's okay. Come on, we have some quick fishing to do, or some quick shopping to do before we head back.
Okay.
Zon will pat Brick on the back.
Okay.
Just...
We can either, for the sake of expediency, kind of skip ahead and say that you bought some stuff. We can roleplay it out if you really want to. It's kind of up to you. Only saying that because we are 2.5 hours in. I kind of want to make sure that I get everybody, since splitting the party is making
go ahead.
people wait.
Just go ahead and expedient things.
Okay.
I'll ask you a question later.
Okay, so you're able to go and you're able to get fish, crab, lobster, things of that nature. The gentleman there seems very very seaworthy. His skin is very wrinkled,
abrasive,
salty air. He's kind of got like a red leather tunic, tattooed forearms, big, burly. Definitely seems like he's more at home on the water than he is on land. But he is able to prepare most any of the seafood that he has to your specifications. And depending on how much you get, it's anywhere from a few coppers to a couple silver.
Say silver because I want to go extravagant.
Okay, so you pay the man a bit of silver, send you off along on your way. The other three, you were going to the bakery, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you follow directions that you were given to the left inside the Cobble District. It really doesn't take you long to find it because of the smell. And Vanera begins to pick up the pace as that smell gets stronger and stronger. I lost it. Where'd he go? There it is. Inside, you see that there's a few people waiting within, but you see the usual display cases of different kinds of breads, pastries. There's even a few cakes that are stacked up. Yeah.
Are we taking anything to the other two, or is it just gonna be a us three kind of thing?
Maybe we can bring them back something.
They'll probably be hungry, whatever they've been doing today.
Okay.
Kasumi's gonna eye the breads.
Okay.
I want something with cinnamon.
Synonym. Okay. There's a little bit more time passes. There are people that were in front of you. It's hard to see at first. It sounds like someone is serving them, and as the couple in front turn away, they have what looks like a big paper box kind of thing. Behind the counter, you see another short, round tabaxi.
Why? What have we
they
done
were
to deserve
roommates.
this?
Brown furred, a bit of a tan on the goatee, very squat, similar kind of dwarfish stature. Unfortunately, you didn't see the one at the armor shop, but he's very similar in stature. His big bushy eyebrows, but you can kind of tell he's got this bit of a grin and goes,
Hello. How can I help you three lovely people, eh?
I want something with cinnamon. I've never
Bit of
ordered
a sweet
pastry.
tooth. I can help with that. We've got these dough rings with a bit of brown sugar and cinnamon sprinkled on top. Very bite-sized, very handy.
Wait, why is there a hole in the middle of them?
Oh, so you can stick your finger in it and eat around.
I want one.
Just one? You're a big growing lad. You can have more than one, eh? Yeah.
I'll take 3.
Good choice, good choice. Is this all together?
as he kind of, you see as he's saying this, he seems to hop down off of what he is and he just disappears behind the counter.
Yep. Yep.
So he goes and begins kind of gathering some stuff from the back of the display cases with the little sliding door that opens, and you can see him kind of peering through the glass and goes, and he's like a little muff like,
What about you two?
Cream puff, please.
Ooh, cream puffs. She's got good choices.
slams the door shut, kind of waddles to the other side and goes, cream puff, cream puff.
Well, we got two. There's one that's just sort of plain and one that's dusted with powdered sugar.
Ooh, that one.
I knew it!
And he's just starts like flicking a bunch in. He didn't even ask how many you wanted. He just,
Oh.
he kind of like climbs back up the little stool and he looks at Kasumi, sets his arm down and goes,
What about you, missus?
I want 2 different types of bread, and I want 2 full loaves, please.
Ooh, fancy. What you looking at? Which ones? You can point them out for me.
Do you have any bread with cheese on it?
With cheese on it.
Like baked on top?
If you can give me about 10 to 15 minutes, I can.
Kasumi just looks at the 2 of you.
Yep.
Okay.
And the other one?
Your pick.
well, he kind of leans around and kind of sees that it's getting about midday. Depending on what you're kind of looking to eat, will depend on me choice. Because we've got this one, he kind of points out, it looks like a French baguette. This one's great for dipping into soups.
But then we got this one. It's a lot fluffier. Good for making, I'm going to call it a sandwich. You put everything you want in between bits of it, and then you eat it.
Wait, you put sand in there?
Well, no, but me brother's got a sixth sense of humor, and for whatever reason, it stuck. I don't really know why. But no, meats, cheeses, little planty things, tomatoes.
I do like fluffy bread.
Fluffy bread it is.
Okay.
Be back in just a moment. He's like, cheese on bread. Cooked. It's brilliant.
You see, like, on the wall to the back, you see this wooden paddle has been hung, and he picks it up, and he's wielding it like it's a weapon. He's just waddling on to the back. It's wonderful.
It makes so much fucking money.
So it does take him a bit, but he does eventually come back out. and you see you've got 2 loaves, similar make, just one has the cheese, crunchy, crispy on top of it. He bags everything up, gets like a little foldable parchment carrier for it, ties it together with twine. He goes, that would be discounted for the wonderful idea. I'll say 20 copper pieces for the lot. Yeah?
All right. I'll give you gold.
Ooh. I'm adding more of those little ring things for you then, yeah?
He starts packing some of those in. He kind of fills up his side and goes, cream puffs. There you go. Kind of takes the gold. He's like,
Made his day.
Well,
Thank you.
please feel free to come back to the wooden paddle whenever you like. And if you have more ideas, toss them my way, yeah?
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good one then, yeah?
Kasumi's gonna reach into the bag and grab out the fluffy bread and just take a big old bite out of the top of the loaf.
you see him.
Heathen.
You see him kind of sit there with his elbows on the counter, head in his palm, his tail's wagging behind.
What a woman.
Kayla almost had a spit take.
So by the way, Kasumi is gonna hold this loaf of bread right here the entire walk.
More and more that's being taken out of it. What a woman. By the way, DM, title.
Pretty sure up till now has been dadgum window shoppers.
I've got a few. I'll share them later.
Father, help!
Father help.
So eventually the day wears on. Where are the 2 different groups heading? Are you gonna try to meet up at some point?
Fuck them.
Just gonna go home.
Yeah, I assume we were just heading
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Do we have any other places to go? I could relax. It sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So is everyone heading back to the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay. So it does take a while for both parties to get back. I would say that Zahn and Brick would likely be the first ones to return. They had fewer stops on their trip. But you do get back, and Hamburger is sitting inside the wagon, looking straight at the door, just loafing, just watching it. And as soon as it opens, you see his little tail feathers.
Hello, sir Hamburger. I
Kind of
do
look
not know.
around. Where's everybody else?
I do not know. Yeah, do we see anything?
Make a perception check.
Fucking 29.
You do see a piece of parchment on the table, which at this point I don't remember exactly what it says. I just know it was very veiled in sarcasm. Sorry, badly veiled, sarcastic. Veneer wrote it.
Okay, bye. Don't come look for us.
Rick, I think they've been kidnapped.
The whole day?
It's a whole day!
You didn't fucking look for us.
Fucking dare you?
I'm not gonna lie. I plopped the die out of the bag and just laid it on the fucking 20.
Guess we gotta go hunt them down.
There's another PS underneath. They are out shopping.
Oh.
More than likely. They just did not bump into someone.
On one hand, I'm happy they're okay. On the other hand, kind of sad we don't get to go on a rampage.
So, now that you are
DM.
both there, is there anything?
Whisper.
I'm gonna be honest. I had that on my list. Kind of forgot about it. We'll have to circle back to it. Yeah, that's my mistake. Lots going on. Wasn't expecting the party to split.
Relaxing. Yeah, me either.
Sorry.
It happens.
Their fault, not ours.
Remind me after the stream. We'll chat about that. So, in the meantime, while the other three are making their way back, are you two doing anything?
Relaxing, considering how long we can eat for with what I bought.
Okay. Well, eventually, the other three do come back. As the door opens, Hamburger is still sitting there staring at the door, sees Pez, and just bolts to him. Just starts, like, nuzzling and kind of flapping and just seems excited that Pez is back. It's been all day.
You poor critter.
Yes, he apparently missed you.
Oh, good. You weren't kidnapped.
Kidnapped? What would make you think we were kidnapped?
So the first half of the letter was very kidnappy. The last part kind of made it normal. So
The first half of the letter was kidnappy.
That
So,
is.
So did you guys have fun today? Did you find anything vital?
yeah.
Well, that's good. Had a pretty good day too. The blacksmith was very interesting. So was Oscar.
Oh, we met Oscar too.
Yeah, he tried to sell us some swords and some stabs and stuff like that, but we didn't buy any of
A
those.
rod.
Yeah,
Oh, we
have
got the rod,
too.
actually.
Yeah, we did get the rod, and I got some boots of teleportation.
You wouldn't sell us that stuff.
What stuff?
You didn't have any swords.
You didn't have any swords.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be blatantly honest here.
Honest.
Did he seem like he had all of the marbles in the bag?
no.
I mean, no. But still, I asked him, and he didn't want my money.
And I'm
I
pretty
mean-
sure you wouldn't sell marbles.
Well, he had a pearl.
We didn't see a pearl.
Maybe he is either that crazy, or maybe he has changes items for his customers that comes in.
Who knows?
He
I
was
wonder what
old.
other cities we can find him in, because that was obviously a portal, and he seemed to have to ask us where we came from, so I'm wondering how many other cities he services.
Oh, that makes so much sense now.
Venera, with your high Arcana check, you kind of agree with Brick that that's what it felt like.
Yes, Veneer, with your high
was mine,
Arcana
thank you.
check.
It was mine. Thank you.
I brought these rings of food. If y'all want them.
I also bought lots of sea creatures for dinner.
Oh, you got seafood?
I'm going to kill them, and then we are going to eat them.
How are you cooking them?
I would boil them alive.
Oh, okay.
Has eaten seafood before?
We're gonna find out.
I mean, you have been around the Oasis quite a bit in the Untamed West, and you have been to Locust Harbor, so I'm going to leave that up to you. Because, I mean, if you think about it, a lobster is a sea bug.
I mean, if you really want to put it in terms, yes, but maybe not all that often.
I got bread.
So I'm just gonna look at the one that's got a giant bite out of it. Like,
I still have another loaf. The other loaf is for everyone else. This one is mine.
going to eat all that bread?
Not right now.
The one
She's
you were
like,
biting out of,
looks-y.
was it the plain loaf or was it the cheesy loaf?
The plain loaf.
Okay.
She just like looks at you like, why are you judging me?
I wouldn't. I don't know what you're looking at me like that for. I was just curious. Breakfast was
Okay.
good, though.
Oh, you guys had breakfast?
Yes, I went into the magic bean that I kind of expected all of you also to go into, but never showed
No, we
up.
got kidnapped.
Yeah, see? Kidnapped. Should have known.
Surprised there was no any explosions.
Ah, well, you know,
We
made a
also
good
found,
bargain.
We also found a brothel.
Oh,
That was fun. Brick had a
Father-
nice lady. This
Father
for a
tricked
little
me.
while. I didn't know such a thing.
The three of you that weren't with them, make perception checks for me.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
8.
11.
Oh, yes.
7.
Yes! I know where this is going.
You all look at Brick, who just seems kind of confused and just sort of shrugs his shoulders.
Oh, we have somewhere to go first thing tomorrow morning.
Don't we have somewhere to go tonight?
Well, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything.
Oh, remember we
Okay.
talked to the princess and she said she wasn't even sure if her father knew we were here yet.
Well, I did tell her to tell him, so... Either tonight or sometime in the very near future, we should probably expect him to, the knock on the door.
Okay.
We are also assuming that it's happening even though Fern said it might happen.
Well, never hurts to be prepared.
And I mean, I could go ask Fern because I'm expecting a barrel.
Oh, that's right.
A barrel of what?
Metal.
Just a barrel.
Just a barrel of metal? Oh, okay. But if that's what tickles your fancy.
But we do have to go to the tailor tomorrow morning.
The who?
The tailor, because both you, Brick and Zon, you could probably use some new attire as well.
Didn't we not
No.
order things
Yes.
to come here in the last town?
But that's for the wedding. This is for dinner.
But
Can I
did
not
she...
wear my armor to dinner?
No.
No.
We will see.
Ugh.
We will see. So what did you get from him? Did you even get anything from him today?
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
I ain't showing you.
I can't show you yet.
And he's finishing mine tonight.
Well, you get new outfits and you figure people would want to show them off, but whatever.
It's a surprise.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
outfit shall be a surprise too.
You're naked.
You're wearing one though.
I'm sure that Sorrentina will be thrilled to dress you,
Absolutely.
Brick.
Ecstatic.
I'm
I
not paying for it.
Flabbergasted.
I'll pay for it.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
to
did,
be
what did
fair.
Pez say?
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. I can't wait to meet him.
Good.
I feel like I'm also going to regret the decision of meeting him.
No.
No.
I already
fine.
do.
You know,
Shush you.
that is not the way to live your life, just having constant regrets of things that you don't even know anything about.
Yeah. That'd be downer.
To
How
be,
dare you?
to be fair,
Be fair.
the things that you don't know could be excessively bad. Yeah, very bad.
Well, this is something that should cheer you up. So,
Yeah, he's gonna have to be very good to cheer me up.
he's great.
He
You
will
will.
be.
Do I know if I can send people to the same realm that I went to?
If their plane of existence is the material plane, you can send them to a different one. But if they are not of the material plane, they are sent back to their home plane.
Okay. Make sure I write that down. Well, on the bright side, I have something fun to do if I don't like him.
Don't
Sue
you do
me.
that to Sorrentino.
You better not do anything to Sorrentino.
Oh no, I would never.
be playing.
So
Regardless.
speaking of that, well, since I plan on spending the rest of the evening here, Brick, you have been in the library. I need to look up things about other realms.
Follow me. And I'll just start walking upstairs.
I guess we will be going to do this now.
Okay. The rest of you, is there anything you want to do while they head off towards the library?
Just relax.
Okay. No plans for dinner. Just gonna gorge on bakery goods.
Oh no, I plan on making dinner.
Zahn was
Don't you
making
worry.
fish.
But it's like midday, so I wasn't not worried about it.
Cheesy bread
Yeah.
and fish.
Cheesy bread and lobster stuff.
Just more making
Ready
sure I wasn't
cheesy,
leaving you
ready
guys out of
cheesy.
anything.
I was going to use the donut as a frisbee for a hamburger.
A hamburger hasn't
It'll
eaten
only-
all day, so it is destroyed after the first throw.
It's like it'll be a frisbee once.
Yeah. It's not a crime the first time. Not a war crime the first time, sorry. So the two of you go on up into the library. Zahn, what are you looking for?
I want anything that resembles what I saw.
I'll
These books.
I take out the book I showed them earlier with all like the plane diagram on it, and just plop that on the table, and just start looking for anything else that might mention extra planar entities.
You are, with your experience in the library so far, you give him the basic primer for planes and kind of like how they sit compared to everything else and the basic descriptions of them. Excuse me. You are able to find a few more books that more specifically center around a few of the planes, mostly like the Feywilds, the prime elements like water, fire, earth, and all that. But some of the more obscure ones like the astral plane and some of the other ones are more mixed into smaller tomes and just kind of barely touched on. It would seem that the previous owners seem to have realms that they specified more into.
Do I see any that describe? Doesn't have to be detailed, but like just describe the colors or
Make an investigation check, and if you want to describe it to Brick and have him help you, he can either roll himself or give you advantage. But if you want to keep it to yourself, then it's going to be a straight roll from you.
do I keep it to myself?
Okay.
No, I don't apparently. Brick, I'm looking for some planes that is purple, red, and full of dread. And it also rhymed, so I must be right.
Sounds like a chaos realm, or perhaps an evil realm. Do
Yeah.
I make an investigation check?
If you're using your memory to think of it, history. If you're wanting to look through the books, investigation. Just from the way that you worded it, it sounded like you were checking your own brain.
History's actually better. 19.
19. You think about it, and there's ones that sound similar, but not quite. And you kind of flip through one of the books and show it to Zahn, and he reads through it, and he's like, it's not quite what he experienced.
It's also possible that whatever plane you're looking for just isn't documented. And I flipped to the diagram again. These are the realms of the gods and other major entities, chaos, order, good and evil, but there's also ones that are kind of adrift, not part of the circle. Take, for instance, the realm of Sigil. Nasty place. Not part of the natural order.
What's the realm of Sigil?
It's the realm of doors. Pretty much any extraplanar portal or any planar existence, Sigil has a door to it.
So,
Not a great place.
so let me toss the, as you say, as the idea to you. So if you went to a realm, does the realm resemble colors and a overall personality, and you met someone that color-wise resembles that realm, and likely has the same personality but much more charismatic, what would you say? Would you say that person would be from the realm? Influenced by the realm?
As far as I'm aware, could be either, could be both. I mean, the gods have their own realms, and as far as I know, whatever is usually in charge of the realm has both been affected and infects whatever realm they're a part of.
Hmm.
I also have a certain other theory, and he goes over, and gets a piece of paper and like draws on it, and, like kind of draws a rough sketch of the diagram. Scholars usually have it as a circle, but I have a theory, and I kind of circle the material realm and then kind of draw a cylinder out of it. That, in fact, there are other realms kind of stacked on top of each other, different material realms. So it could be that this is just another alternate material realm that's been corrupted somehow.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Zahn, as you're having this discussion with him and he's showing you more diagrams and pulling out different books, there is one that seems to lean in the direction of what you're looking for, but again is not quite it. The Astral Sea. Most of the other planes seem to have walking, like there's some sort of land or substance beneath your feet to some extent, whereas the Astral Sea is just an expanse of nothingness. And that, compared to everything else he has shown you, is the closest to what you experienced.
So, so I guess I'll say that exact. So if the Astral Sea is the closest thing, but it is full of... Well, you know the creatures that sucked all of my color out?
Unfortunately, yes.
Imagine that times like 100. And just kind of existed everywhere.
Is this something you saw when... Did you go here?
Saw is a strong word. Felt was more accurate.
Did you talk to it?
More like tried to keep my sanity value in it. Would be more accurate.
That does have some similar context to the Astral Sea. There's also the realm beyond.
So, the ironic part is the realm and I are technically the same colors? Well, not anymore, but I was. It's the same colors where I went. Reds and purples.
This is where you came from.
It feels like it. Or what everybody tells me. And by everybody, I mean you.
Most of what I have is either from these books or stuff that I somehow already knew or theories of my own. DM, would I be able to find anything that talks about the realm beyond, where a lot of the what's the word I'm looking for? Stuff like
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you from hurting your brain. No.
Okay.
That's not what the previous owners really focused their research on.
Okay. Beholders. Stuff like beholders and other blah stuff come from.
Apart from like a very basic kind of primary sort of book, there doesn't go into much detail.
Okay.
They didn't seem to have much interest in it themselves.
Well, it seems like Magic Hour Man might have some questions asked upon him by me. Whether that is good or bad, or I get locked up in jail for the rest of my life. Who knows?
Oh. We'll figure it out together.
Yeah, but next time I go, I'll bring you with me.
Okay. Based on your description, sure. I'd rather you go with me than without me.
Maybe we'll both come out somewhat Fine. Okay, well, I think we have dinner to prepare and stuff to do tonight, so why don't we do that? Oh, yeah, and don't tell anybody I told you this or I'll kill you.
Okay, bye.
Understood.
Slams the library door.
Brick just kind of like cleans up and puts all the books back where he found them, and just kind of sits there thinking about a realm of the deep red shade that his father's fur used to be, and an entity that can apparently drive you mad with charisma.
So charismatic! Ah!
That's what you said, wasn't it?
No.
You said something about charisma.
I did, but not in that context. You'll have to find out.
Okay.
So, as the evening wears on, in real life and in the game, is there anything anyone wants to do for the evening, apart from making dinner and enjoying a nice seafood basket?
Yum.
Okay.
I'm good.
Then that is where we will end tonight, as money was spent, food was bought, items were procured, many, many, many denizens were met, many, many names were never asked for. And that is where we are going to end for tonight. Quick announcement as far as the next session goes. It will be in the next 2 weeks as normal. Whether it will be on Friday or on the weekend, I don't know. I have a week-long shoot where I'm on overnights the whole time. We should be wrapping Friday morning, which would mean that I would theoretically be able to nap during the day and come back and still be able to play, but I don't know what my mental faculties will be. I may be dead. I don't know. So if anything, we may push it to Saturday. Hopefully not. I'm going to be trying my best to do it that Friday. Anything else anyone's got?
It was fun.
Okay.
Why do you hate us?
Join the Discord. We're always looking for more people to chat with, share ideas with, play games with. And yeah, stay safe. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks for the week.
Bye.
Good night,
Take
everybody.
risks.